My name's Nicole, and you're watching a societal issue. I'm Nicole.
I'm Olivia.
I'm Josh.
I'm Kennedy.
And this is a video about
Gentrification! Oh, hey. Good to see you there. What do you think gentrification means?
Gentrification is when people in upper or middle class income families buy and renovate houses and stores in urban neighborhoods, thereby raising the value of properties and displacing low income families and small businesses. This is a very real problem. And a great example of this is shown in the Netflix program Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
The show we're referencing is set in a low-income New York neighborhood. While it isn't the main focus, the community is struggling with gentrification. It starts with the renovation of the neighborhood's water infrastructure, a bakery, and other seemingly harmless touch-ups. As this happens, the value of property in the area increases, bringing up rent and mortgage rates.
This leaves low-income residents paying for more than they can afford and creating a worsening debt. Sure enough, the upper middle class is still there, and they will buy their property from them. And the same realtors who put them in that position are gonna offer them money, and that's really hard to turn down when you really need it. And so they're left homeless with just not enough money to buy a new house in their gentrified neighborhood.
She begins with colorful imagery of the comforts of her home. Her world is shaken when a coffee shop chain replaces the site of her first date. Eventually, the author finds herself in a place she no longer recognizes. The conclusion is an ominous warning of what a new coffee shop could mean for any low-income community.
Now that you have a basic understanding of what gentrification is, here are some scary statistics. In America, gentrification has greatly accelerated in numerous cities. Nearly 20% of neighborhoods with lower incomes and home values have experienced gentrification since 2000.
Take a second to think about 20%. That is 1 in 5 neighborhoods that are suffering enough for the census to reflect it.
In addition to this, compared to lower income areas that failed to gentrify, gentrifying census tracts recorded increases in the non-Hispanic white population and declines in the poverty rate.
The decline in the poverty rate sounds harmless and even beneficial at first glance. What we want our audience to understand is that it doesn't simply remove poverty from the neighborhoods. It brings people into a place that is living under the poverty line and who need low-income housing to stay under a roof. Those people are then pushed out of the gentrified neighborhoods and they add to the homelessness epidemic.
Once quoted by Ruth Glass, shabby, modest musing cottages, 2 rooms up and 2 down, have been taken over when their leases have expired and have become elegant and expensive residences. Larger Victorian houses, downgraded in an earlier or recent periods, which were used as lodging houses or were otherwise in multiple occupation, have been upgraded once again. Once this process of gentrification starts in a district, it goes on rapidly until all or most of the original working class occupiers are displaced, and the whole social character of the district is changed.
The quote is explaining that upper-class citizens have swooped into lower-income neighborhoods and gentrified them, making them unlivable for poverty-stricken citizens. The cost of living in the area has gone up, making it harder to own property in the once affordable neighborhoods.
Here is a chart to show gentrification in Atlanta. On the chart, you can see that there are 2 columns. One is representing the years 1990 to 2000, and one is representing gentrification since 2000. Out of a total of 127 neighborhoods checked, in 1990 to 2000, 49 were not eligible to gentrify. 65 did not gentrify but were eligible, and 13 did gentrify, which brought the percentage to 16.7. Since 2000, out of the 127, 62 were not eligible to gentrify, 35 did not, but 30 eligible neighborhoods did gentrify, bringing the total from 16.7 up to 46.2.
And now for a quick skit about gentrification.
Gosh darn it, there's a new yoga studio coming into our neighborhood.
Relax, it's just yoga, nothing too important.
And that's where they were wrong.
yes, my yoga studio is finally done.
Darn. Now that the yoga studio's in, the rent went up, and Kennedy and I have to make a new budget.
Well, if you want, I can buy your property for you, or you can try to keep up with the rent. We're opening a coffee shop too. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I guess we're gonna have to pack up and move. Darn gentrification.
Every time.
With the money they got selling the house, they looked for a new one in nearby affordable neighborhoods. As it turned out, they had all been gentrified, so Kennedy and Josh are now homeless.
If you want to do something about this problem, contact a nonprofit organization, write to the city, and donate or join the fight to combat the problem caused by gentrification.